Hey YouTube, this is Steve. Today is the year of 2014 and the month is February and the day is the 13th. I'm doing a review here of the Garrett Pro pointer. This is for metal detecting, and if you're not familiar with this, well, I will introduce it to you. Basically, when you're metal detecting, you will find an area that might have something in it. Perhaps perhaps the size of this paper. Somewhere in this area of the ground will have something small like that. And it might be 1 inch below the ground, it might be 3 feet below the ground. That's going to be a lot of digging. That's a lot of dirt to remove. So instead of doing that, you can use something like this to help you find it. Now what this is a pointer, and it will point to where this is located in all that dirt. It's made by Garrett, highly recommended. It is water resistant, has a speaker right here. You can rinse this underwater. To rinse it off, just put your finger over that. And then you can rinse it all off, because all this is waterproof, except for that little area right there. So put your thumb over that, wash it off real good, dry it off, and then you can let go of that area. This is a rubber button to turn it on and off, and it has an LED light right there, a white one, to help you look into that dark hole that you've just been digging in. And on the back here it says Garrett Pro pointer, and then below that has a serial number. So I highly recommend this. There are cheaper ones out in the market, but they're not as good. They have lots of interference, and also they're not as good at pinpointing what you're looking for. So the way this works is you have a piece of metal you're trying to find. It could be anything, but your metal detector usually tells you what it is before you dig it up. So you know it's a piece of gold, right? But where is it exactly? So you take this guy, you press this button once, beeps twice, and it has a white light on it. What's it picking up? My table has metal going through it. That's what it's picking up. So I'm going to hold it in my hand. Now, as I get near it, the tip of this device will start beeping. Oh, there it is. See, nothing happens like that because it's actually not leveled. But if I move the ring up a little bit to in line with this, it will start beeping. Now what's going on there? What's going on is, if this ring is in the ground, like this, your metal detector will perhaps find it, perhaps not. But if you come down on it, you're not going to find it. If the ring is flat, then it will find it. All right. So let's find another object. How about this? I found this here. This is a gold bracelet. Let's check that out. My table is very metal-like, alright? I've got to keep it up here. When I get right next to it, it'll beep. So what you do is you stick this in the hole that you just dug out, and you move it around a circle, and as soon as it gets like 1 centimeter from the object, it'll beep, so that you don't have to dig quite far, and it shows you exactly where it's located. This will save you so much time, it's ridiculous, okay? And if you also want, you can use the old pick technique. You can stab this into the ground over and over again until you hit something rigid. You can dig a little hole, like that round, and then stick this down in there, and if it beeps, you found your item. Alright? Trying to find something this big is very difficult in a big hole. I highly recommend getting one of these. When I first started metal detecting, I did not have one of these. And I found some things, but some of the things were like this. I found the silver chain here. And I found this because it was so big. And it was easier to find in a hole. But when you go to find little pieces of gold like this, that's hard to find in like in a 3-foot hole, because you don't know where it's at in that hole, but you know it's in there. So you can wave this around. You wave this around the hole, wave it around, and then it'll beep when you get next to it, so you know exactly where it is. Also, if you dig out dirt from a hole and put it next to the hole onto a piece of fabric or a plastic bag, so you could easily just dump the dirt back into the hole and not lose any dirt, you can stick this into that big mound of dirt to verify that you didn't take the item out of the hole and put it into the dirt mound next to you. So this will save you so much time. So yeah, as I was saying, when I first started metal detecting, I found stuff like this. I found so many silver and gold chains this big. This is just one silver chain. I have gold chains that are this big too, I found with my metal detector. And this was easy to find. But trying to find a little piece of gold in the ground or a little piece of silver in the ground, that's more difficult. That's why you need this. So check it out. The closer I get to it, let me move it over here so it's more accurate. The closer I get to it, the faster it beeps. The faster it's going to beep. So it helps you pinpoint. Alright, that's the beauty of it. And also it's vibrating in my hand. So if you have your headphones on your head, those big noise isolation headphones, you don't even need to take them off to hear the beeping, because this thing will vibrate faster and faster and faster. Alright, it's awesome. I love it. Same thing with this. This whole thing's a sensor. Alright. Now, this Garrett Pro pointer is the only company that has this very durable, rock solid, very rigid, super hard plastic. And it has this piece of plastic that sticks up. And this helps you scrape the dirt through the hole. So if you dig a hole, you can scrape along the side of the hole, make the hole bigger and bigger. And as you do it, you might hit a piece of metal as you do it. And you're like, oh, there it is. And then you use the pointer tip to find out where exactly in the hole it's located. I'm telling you, this thing's going to save you so much darn time. As I said, when I first started detecting, I used just a detector, and I would find something in the ground, and I would dig and dig and dig and look and sift, and oh my gosh. And maybe 15 minutes later, I'll find, a bottle cap, or I'll find a ring. And it was waste so much time. I would dig 15 minutes to find something this big, or maybe half an hour to find something this big, because your detector keeps on telling you, it's down there, it's down there. You're like, where is it? But with this, your detector tells you where it's located, and you can use this to prod the dirt, stick it in until you feel something rigid or something scrape it, Or you can just put a little hole in the ground, stick this down in the hole. Let me turn this off. You dig a little hole in the ground over where you think it's at. You stick this down there, and as you wiggle it in a circle, it'll bring dirt up, and the hole will get deeper and deeper. And as you go down, it'll start beep. It might beep when it gets right there, and you're like, oh, okay, that means that the item is over here, and your hole's over here, but you're digging, but it's pointing over here. So you dig another little hole right here, stick it down, and you keep going until that beep gets super steady, and then it goes, and then you know exactly where it's at. You stick down your retrieval tool, pop it up, and you got your item in under 1 minute. Alright, so that's why it's awesome. If you go to the beach, you can just bring this to the beach if you want. And you can just sit down on the beach, stick this in the sand, and wiggle around the sand until you find something. Or, I don't know, but it's very, very useful. You can also use it for other things as well. You can use it not just for metal detector. You can also find studs in the wall of your home that are made of metal to screw like a bookcase into or something. It also finds nails behind the wall. It can find electrical wires behind a wall. So with that said and done, I paid about $250 for this when it first came out. I believe they're a lot less. They're probably around, I don't know, probably around 100 to 150 these days. Oh, the battery. I'll show you what the battery is. The back unscrews. Oh, I'll put a link below this video to take you to Amazon to where you can get this for the best price. So I'm going to unscrew this. See how it has a lot of threads in there? It's a lot of threads we're unscrewing. All right. So and it has a rubber O-ring right there. So this thing's watertight. On the back here, it comes with, it came with this battery here. It's still like brand new. And in there you have a big hole and a little hole, and that fits the big and the little end on this. So you can't put it in backwards, or it won't work. So just drop it in, and then you put the back on. Yeah. So if you want to save yourself so much time and aggravation when you're detecting, I highly recommend that you pick one of these up, alright? Again, I'll put the link right below this video. You can click to get it for the best bang for the buck over on Amazon. I'll save you some time. Yeah, I really can't tell you much more than, you know, all the stuff I've been finding over the years, or over the months rather, using this. I mean, I find things like this, for example. This is a $50 for the United States from 1945. Has the Walking Liberty lady on there. I must have found like 50 of these in a month, all over the place. I found probably 20 gold rings, 30 or 40 gold bracelets, so much silver I don't know what to do with. And yeah, I went from finding 1 gold ring a day to finding like 6 or 7 in a day, on a good day. Usually about 3 or 4 on a normal day. So again, you want to quadruple the amount of stuff you're finding day to day. Get this right now. Highly recommend it. You will never regret the purchase. You will turn your ability to find gold and silver underground like 400% fold. You won't believe how happy and how big of a grin you're going to have on your face when you're pulling up a gold ring every 30 minutes out of the ground. Because why? Because you're only spending 2 minutes per dig site and not 15 minutes per dig site. That's why you're able to dig a lot more little plugs in the ground and etc. Please, actually not again. Please, when you're metal detecting, put the dirt onto a old shirt next to the hole. When you're done with the hole, put all the dirt back in the hole by dumping it off the shirt or bag, and then tamp it down. All right? We don't want to leave tracks and traces that were there. We want to be like ninjas because people don't like it when we mess up property. All right? If you're going to remove a patch of grass this big to dig under, take your sod or grass cutter tool, which is in the other room. Looks like a steak knife, and you stick it in the hole and you cut a half circle out or almost a full circle of the grass out, and take the top layer of grass off gently and put it to the side, and you have all this black dirt. Dig the dirt up and put it on the towel next to you. When you're done digging, you find your awesome gold and silver. Lift the shirt up and put all the dirt, every single grain of it, back into the hole. Tamp it down really hard, jump on it, and you do that before you put the grass back on top. Then you put the grass back on top, pat it down, go like this on top of it to blend in the rim of the hole, so you can't even see that you dug anywhere. All right, that's why these are pretty cool. These are like $1 or $2 at the hardware store. It's a metal awl. If this is like an inch below the ground, your metal detector will find it. This will pinpoint it where it's located, and then you stick this down, and you can pop it up right out of the ground. And save yourself some time, a lot of time, and make it look like you're never there. All right. Also, make sure you have the correct permits and licenses before you dig anywhere. You don't want to get in trouble or make other metal detectors get banned from locations, because that's not fun. Again, this is a Garrett Pro pointer. I'll put the link for the best bang for the buck below here. It will take you over to Amazon. And be sure to like my video, subscribe to my video, so you get more videos that I release. Share my video on Facebook. Just click the little share button below and share it. I'm sure someone on your Facebook page will appreciate this video here. That's my point here. My point and objective is for people to get knowledge before they purchase something, and also to make your lives easier. And check out my other videos also when you're done doing all this if you want. I have videos on more metal detecting, foreign language stuff, electronic reviews, etc. And yeah, with that said, this is Steve. Again, it's 2014, February the 13th. And I wish you good luck hunting, and I'm sure that you'll be able to find all this in one weekend. No doubt about it. All right? So have a great day, and again, have great luck and have great fun out there, and be a ninja. All right? Don't let people know that you're metal detected. We don't want to leave traces behind, all right? Preserve the land the way it was before we came. All right, Steve out. Bye-bye now. Good luck.